Good evening, my dear friends. I welcome you all to the Hindu editorial analysis on June 20th, 2022. The first editorial I am going to discuss with is the EPI rankings conducted by the Yale University and Columbia University in the United States of America to just assess the environmental expectations of the United Nations Millennium Development Goals. What are these terms, my dear friends? Environmental Performance Index ranks India as the last among the 180 countries, in which Denmark, United Kingdom, and Finland tops. In the Environmental Performance Index report, India ranks last among 180 countries being assessed. Denmark, United Kingdom, and Finland come as the top achievers. The article analyzes why India has come as the last among the environmental performance indicators conducted by Yale University and Columbia University. Environmental Performance Index is an index to rank countries on the basis of the measures taken by them to protect the environment and reduce carbon emissions as per the environmental protection measures suggested by the Millennium Development Goals. There is United Nations Millennium Development Goals. Among the Millennium Development Goals of reducing poverty, protecting the environment, it is one of the parameters is the protection of the environment. This article says that India has objected to the Environmental Performance Index, which is being placing India in the last. The India is saying that it is not based upon detailed research and findings. The article also goes on to explain the biomes present in India. With the help of a diagram, I am going to explain the biomes. Biomes are just the regions where the plants and animals live. There are different biomes. For example, in desert, in spite of the dry and arid land, certain plants and animals have just succeeded to live in the desert. So the article gives a differentiated view of the biomes in India, and then the article explains that the India's contention of the Environment Performance Index has not been thoroughly researched is not so much accurate as shown by the India State of Forest Report 2021. In the India State of Forest Report 2021, Protected Areas Report Index is very low for India, that is 0.5. Protected Areas Representative Index, India's score is very low at 0.5. The article goes on to explain different kinds of biomes, which I am going to take up with the help of a diagram now. And the article also says that the carbon emissions have to be reduced by India by following the Amartya Sen Stiglitz report. The fuel taxes are a great measure in which the climate is protected by India, so that the more and more emissions are being reduced. India must not include the certain private farmlands within the forest division. Recently, certain farmlands in Tamil Nadu has been included in the forest division in the State of India Forest Report. By 2070, India is going to phase out coal. So these coal emissions are a greater measure of pollution from cities. We already discussed in several of the videos that the cyclones are being caused by the global warming. The global warming is being caused by the emissions from India. The Bay of Bengal cyclones are raging like anything, and some super cyclones like Amphan are also being developed. So the conditions of India's pollution levels in cities and industrial towns cannot be underemphasized. So India needs to take measures to improve on its environmental protection is what the article said. Come, let us discuss with the help of a diagram the different Friends, biome is a regional or global land area that is characterized by the plants, animals, and climate in that area. In the picture, you can see desert and xeric shrubland is a biome. Tropical and subtropical moist broadleaf forest is another biome. There are tropical and subtropical coniferous forests, temperate broadleaf and mixed forests, temperate coniferous forests, taiga, the subtropical grasslands, savannas, and shrublands. All these are examples of biomes. Some are found in Africa. Flooded grasslands and savannas, mountain grasslands and shrublands, tundra, Mediterranean forests, woodlands, and scrub, mangroves, large rivers. All these are examples of savannas existing in various parts of the world. The second one, mountain grasslands and shrublands, is found in India, and the large rivers is also found in India. Large river headwaters, large river deltas, small rivers, large lakes, small lake ecosystems, and xeric basins. So varieties or so varied are the kinds of biomes found in the world, as you can see from the picture, my dear friends. So these are the places where plants and animals live peacefully. The next in the range are polar, temperate shelves and seas, temperate upswelling, tropical upswelling, and tropical coral. The next article discusses the monsoon jitters. The Indian Meteorological Department's forecasts are not working because the central India received only 50% of the total rainfall, monsoon rainfall, June rainfall, and the southern peninsula received 22% less rainfall. The central India, where the rain-fed India, where the Kharif season is going to commence from now, requires the development of rainfall in August and July. In July and August, predictions are mostly the Indian Meteorological Department's failures for the past few years. Hence, it has not predicted for now the July and August figures. The figures released on May 31st suggested from June to September there will be 103% of the rainfall of the long period average. What is long period average, my dear friends? Long period average is the average rainfall existing over an area for more than 20 and 30 years. On the basis of the rainfall average of 20 or 30 years such, the long period average is fixed and a percentage of the long period average is taken to predict the rainfall. The editorial says that the June rainfall contributes only less than 18% of the total rainfall, required rainfall, and the central West India is struggling with a 33% deficit rainfall. All this point out the deficiency in the forecast of the Indian Meteorological Department's forecast. And what happens is that the northeast and northeast India and eastern India is battling monsoons, and even in Assam and Meghalaya there are floods in Assam and Meghalaya. This is diametrically opposite to the shortages in central India, the southern peninsula, and central western India. The diametrically opposite means the exact opposite to what happens in rest of India is what is happening in eastern and northeastern India. These diametrically opposite directions have just choked Indian Meteorological Department's assumptions. The article also discusses the Indian Ocean Dipole. The Indian Ocean Dipole happens when the pressures in the eastern and the western Indian Ocean are different, and due to which the rains batter India during the monsoon season. The article also discusses the rain-fed areas of the core monsoon regions. The core monsoon region is the range of regions from Gujarat to Orissa, where the farming, the agriculture depends mostly on rainfall. The article also discusses the El Nino and the La Nina. El Nino refers to the summer seasons are very much hotter in India. La Nina is the phenomenon in which the cooling surface of the ocean contributes summer rainfalls. The La Nina is the friend of India, is responsible for the colder winters and summer rainfall. Come, let us discuss with the help of the pictures the Indian Ocean Dipole, La Nina, El Nina. This is the El Nino year. That is an irregular event of abnormal warming of eastern Pacific waters that occurs at intervals of 2 to 7 years. How it affects the Indian monsoon is also shown. Area of rising water, warm air or rain shifts towards central or east Pacific. This warm air current subsides over Indian Ocean or India's mainland, creating high pressure that keeps rain away. So El Nino is very dangerous, and it is characterized by a heavy rise in the temperatures of India. So just have a closer look at El Nino phenomenon. The El Nino is the phenomenon where the easterly winds weaken and the warm water moves towards South America. The hotter years are being contributed by the El Nino phenomenon, whereas La Nina year is characterized by a cold episode that usually follows the warm El Nino phenomenon. So it comes after the El Nino year. The warm equatorial ridge cools between coasts of South America and Oceania. So the cooling of the South American and Oceania plates is responsible by the La Nina phenomenon. This is also responsible for summer showers in India. Now let us discuss the Indian Ocean Dipole. This is a very important phenomenon described referred in the article. The Indian Ocean Dipole is defined by the difference in sea surface temperature between two areas or poles. Hence, it is called a dipole. That is two poles, that is dipole. A western pole in the Arabian Sea, that is western Indian Ocean, and an eastern pole in the eastern Indian Ocean south of Indonesia. So, the between Arabian Sea and eastern pole in the Indian Ocean is responsible for Indian Ocean dipole.